Hello and welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK on a beautiful November morning. It's actually November the 6th. Last night was bonfire night and it was very loud with fireworks going off everywhere. So it's time to have a moment of peace and quiet. Now, if you follow my channel, you will probably be aware that every month I share a video called Small Wonders in My Garden, and it's an opportunity for me to stop, not be involved in a project, and just mindfully observe small things in the garden, which are actually quite wonderful. And this month I have 8 small wonders. Now we're going to have a bit of fun this month because 7 of these small wonders have something in common, and one of them is the odd one out. Can you spot it? If you can, drop a comment below this video. And don't forget, if you like observing things, you can win one of these 2 wildlife trail cameras from Izika, and I will put details of how you can win these in the description box below this video. These will be going out to 2 lucky subscribers in December. So let's venture off into the garden in search of these 8 small wonders for November. Spot the odd one out, drop it in a comment below this video, and I can tell you that at the end we will be coming right back here where we started. And we don't have to venture very far for our first small wonder, because it's right here by the parterre where I started out, and it's these Kniphoffias, or red hot pokers. Usually these are red, but look at these, a golden yellow colour. Beautiful golden yellow colour. Just when you think everything is finished in the garden, at the end of October, these spring up. Now these are a large version, and it's wonderful because these wonderful blooms are at about eye level, and you can spot them a mile off, shining out like beacons. Aren't they exquisite? I just love them. It brings a little bit of an uplift to a very dark season. Aren't they gorgeous? So that is our first small wonder, Kniphofia. Now, how do you spell Kniphofia? Does anybody know? I'm going to tell you. Kniphofia. Kniphofia. Red hot pokers. Wonderful. Let's move on to our second small wonder in the garden. Now, next to my parterre is my wonderful gravel garden, and these are all the spiky plants that you find in arid areas of the world. But just down here to my right is another small wonder. Let me bring the camera a bit closer. Again, every year in autumn time, just when you think the show is over, this ornamental quince produces dozens of beautiful golden yellow fruits. I'll try and pick one off. I've got to be very careful because it's got a lot of very sharp spikes on this plant. That one's not going to come. There we go. Beautiful golden yellow little baubles, subtly hidden away in the hedgerow. Now these are quince. It's an ornamental quince. I used to have a quince in my garden, a quince prolific, and you could eat them. And I'm not sure if you could eat these. I'm going to look it up and Google it and see if you can actually eat these, in which case I might do something with them. But look at that tree there. It's festooned with these beautiful golden yellow fruits of the ornamental quince. And when I say this has got sharp thorns on it, I'm not joking. It's absolutely lethal. It's worse than any hawthorn or rosebush I've ever seen. Right, that is our second small wonder, Kniphofia and the golden yellow fruits of the ornamental quince. Let's go and look for small wonder number 3. Now, if you follow my channel, you'll know that I'm converting this garage block behind me into luxury accommodation. I've been doing the drainage work. Whenever you disturb soil, the weeds sprout up, don't they? But just look at this. A beautiful golden yellow sunflower. Now, I've not planted that. I've not put a seed down. But I do know that the birds like to occupy this holly hedge above me. And presumably, they've brought a seed from somewhere, and it's either been through their digestive system or they've perhaps just dropped it. But look at that, wonderful. Let me see if I can open these petals up. It's a little bit closed, we're still quite early in the day, but look at that. A beautiful little golden yellow sunflower. One of nature's small wonders, I think. Let's go and find the next one. Now these are the 3 raised beds in my compound, and I've had a lovely crop of chard in this one. All kinds of different colours, but I've cleared it all out recently. And I'm in the process of covering the soil in cardboard, and then I'm going to get some manure from my neighbour's ponies and just put a lot of manure on it, and then it can rot down and digest into the soil and feed the soil. But look at this. I remember buying a tray of pansies from a supermarket, reduced. I think there were 24 pansies and they were 50p, and I put them in this bed, in and amongst the chard. Look at this. Dainty little golden yellow pansy still there. In this derelict wasteland of a raised bed, it's just popping its little head up and just adding a little flash of yellow colour. Isn't that beautiful and wonderful? And I just don't think I can just dig that up and throw it on the compost heap, so I'm going to try and save that. I think they do call them winter flowering pansies, so we'll see if we can just let that carry on into the winter time. A golden yellow pansy, a leftover in this raised bed. Quite wonderful. Let's go and find the next small wonder. I've picked up a little clay pot, half filled with water. I actually found these buried in the garden. I'm going to show you something in a minute. This is my wildflower mound. Underneath there is a subterranean hedgehog nesting box, and this is my hedgehog feeding station. I do have hedgehogs in my garden. I've got them on camera. Now the wildflower mound is past its best. It's been wonderful. For the price you pay for a box of wildflower seeds, you get so much value. And it is looking past its best. However, come a bit closer and look at this. It's not completely dead yet. Look at these beautiful golden yellow wildflowers. Aren't they exquisite? And there are still a few cornflowers in blue dotted around. Why have I brought this? Well, I mentioned value earlier. Most of these wildflowers are for the pollinators, of course, but I've planted them, so why shouldn't I take some indoors? So watch this now. An instant golden yellow display for the kitchen table. And then if I just add a few little specks of blue, isn't that wonderful? All for the price of a packet of wildflower seeds. That can now sit on my kitchen table, and it'll make me smile every time I sit down for breakfast. Now my next small wonder is back over here near the hedgehog feeding station. Now, it's not small, I'll give you that, but it is a wonder. It's this Pampas grass. Every year, these erupt from it, from nowhere. Now I'm 6 foot tall, that's got to be 12 to 15 feet tall. And the wonder of this plant is when the morning sun comes up and there's a breeze, you get this beautiful golden yellow swaying plant. Each one of these silvery, I don't know, seed capsules probably, flows from side to side in the breeze, and the sun comes and it just turns into this golden yellow spectacle like you've never seen before. And I can see it very clearly from my kitchen window, so it really is wonderful. I think you need things like this at this time of year to just lift the spirits a bit, and this certainly lifts my spirits. The Pampas grass, not small, but absolutely wonderful. We're getting to the end now. Have you spotted the common theme? Will you spot the odd one out? Now there's lots of things you can do in your garden to add winter form, colour and structure. And one of the things I've added to my garden is this golden yellow bamboo. What's wonderful about this is in the springtime and the summer, you can come out and from the bottom of this there might be something that resembles an asparagus spear, about this big, maybe 6 inches. And it's come from the ground overnight. By lunchtime, it's nearly 2 foot tall. It's incredible. They are known for being a little bit invasive, so I've surrounded all my bamboos with a bamboo barrier. But I just love this golden yellow bamboo. On this side, I started to strip away the leaves from the stalks so that we can see the canes, and you can see there, they're a beautiful golden yellow colour. I ought to do a video on plants you can put in your garden for winter colour. This will be one of them. There are also black bamboos, of course. So there we go. My penultimate small wonder in my garden. Let's go and have a look at the final small wonder, which I told you will be back where we started. So we will head back through the gravel garden, past the golden yellow quince, past the golden yellow Kniphofia, back into the parterre where we began this video. And here we will find my 8th small wonder. This is a black grass, and about 2 or 3 months ago it had these beautiful tiny little pink flowers on it. Those flowers have obviously been pollinated and they've turned into seeds. Now you might not be able to see it, so I'll bring the camera in closer and I will place a piece of white paper behind these, and hopefully you'll be able to see these gorgeous little black jewels, as black as the leaves, aren't they? Aren't they wonderful? Now, if you didn't get up close and observe things mindfully, you'd miss things like this. And there's so many things in the garden we shouldn't miss, and this is one of them. That's small wonder number 8, and I absolutely love it. And I'm actually going to see if I can germinate these. I'm going to Google whether or not I can germinate these and create lots of new little black grasses. So there we are. That concludes my 8 small wonders in my garden for November. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it relaxing. And don't forget, if you like to observe things in the garden and you want to win potentially one of these 2 trail cameras, which I will be giving away to subscribers in December, check out the description box below this video. I'll see you soon for some more mindful adventures. Bye for now.